A few weeks ago, Pastor Mueller had a quote from Martin Luther in his sermon. Something like, "Even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree." It's a good thing people plant apple trees even when they might not be there to enjoy the fruit themselves. What if folks in the 80s looked at the idea of a family life center and said, "I can't imagine we'd ever use a room like that"? What if folks 11 years ago said, "Why should we do a clinic? I can't imagine people in DuPage County coming all the way to our building"? Makes me wonder about today. What should we imagine?
Imagine means you really think that you want something.
When I think about imagine, I immediately think about my children. With a 1-year-old at home and another due in April, I often think about what their future is going to be like. When I think about that future, I imagine a community that provides a safe place for them and their friends to be after school. I imagine Christ Center programs that my children are excited to participate in. And I imagine a church facility that doesn't only facilitate but encourages them to socialize with their peers and their church mentors before and after church. Most of all, I imagine being part of a church family that doesn't just support but really leads these efforts for our community. And I believe that's where Imagine comes in. The youth of this community are not just Roselle's, but our congregation's future, and we have the opportunity to make such a positive impact on their lives. I believe that Imagine is going to kickstart these efforts for us, and I'm excited to see where God leads us.
Imagine means you imagine something that happens in the future.
It's been 43 years since I came to Trinity. Since then, Trinity has become my second home. This is where I come to worship, to serve, and to connect with others who love Jesus. Trinity's Imagine campaign has goals which were created by the congregation and church leadership over the last several years. Reaching out to young families to bring them closer to Jesus is one of our major challenges. Over the years, thousands of children have received the gift of a godly education here at our day school, Sunday school, VBS, and youth groups. God has directed us to carry the gift of His love and salvation to the world's children. I am proud to support the Imagine campaign. Won't you prayerfully consider your own gift to help us bring others to His grace?
I like to imagine driving a Lamborghini.
Imagine. Just imagine how our God has always faced outward towards you, towards all this world that He created, given us His only Son, pouring out His Holy Spirit, because He wants nothing more than to live with us and with billions of people for eternity. Imagine Trinity holding hands together as His family, also facing outward, identifying needs right here in our community that we could work together to meet, not because of any hidden agenda, but simply as an expression of Jesus' love. Think of the possibilities right here, just in Roselle. I don't know about you, but that excites me. Imagine.
Well, youth ministry is growing in record numbers. First of all, in spiritual maturity, we have more high school leaders now looking to grow in their faith than ever before. We're breaking every single youth ministry record number that you could possibly imagine. Biggest youth group trip, confirmation is booming. Our high school Sunday nights are just incredible as far as filling this place with students. We will, when it's all said and done this year, administer to hundreds of students this year, but that is so small compared to the thousands of students that are out there in our community that don't know Jesus. Think about Lake Park and Bartlett and Schaumburg and Glenbard and all the kids in all those schools that don't know Jesus. And imagine with me the things that we could do through this campaign to reach out to all of those students and families, that we could make this lounge right here into a coffee house to be able to invite people that don't know Jesus to hang out and be a part of our community. Or perhaps taking what we have here at the skate park and making a skateboard repair shop here at the community center to finish off our parking lot area and put a large sign out here to be able to tell the community who we are and that Jesus changes everything, to be able to reach out to all those kids that don't know Jesus. And we have one kid who gave a great testimony, and her name is Paige. Check this out.
I see a lot of people like struggling with like alcohol and drugs and like just trying to fit in, to have fun, because they think they need like those kind of things to really have fun. Or be cool, I guess. You see it like kind of really affecting like their schoolwork, their home life, and like the things with their friends. Like you see like how like it's like one thing after the other. Like their grades start going, then their parents are mad at them, and then they're not allowed to go out, but they do anyways. And like it's just like boom, 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 like one thing after the other. I think like the church can really like help, because I know a lot of people that deal with this, like they think that they're judged for what they're doing. And church isn't really about that. Church is about forgiveness and like finding God. So I think like just making it more known that everybody's welcome, like no matter like what you've done or what sins you've done, like everybody's welcome there. Because I think like that's the biggest thing is like feeling welcome. Because I know a lot of them are like, oh, like this is church, like I have to be this certain person, like, and I'm not that person, so I can't go to church.
Imagine if we invested in families. Over the past few years at Trinity, we have been revamping our family ministry efforts, and it shows. I love when I walk away from an event and see a child singing worship songs at the top of their lungs. There is no sweeter sound. Or when a child really gets a lesson and fully grasps the lesson that God has for their lives. Well, here at Trinity, imagine what this campaign could do for growing our families. Part of growing a family is creating a dynamic and innovative, hands-on Sunday morning experience where they are learning valuable lessons for their own lives. Along with growing a Sunday morning class would be investing in our worship. We need to be working on creating a family-friendly worship service that is contemporary and allows families to grasp the role of God in their daily lives. Part of a growing family ministry is outreach. Our community around us is in desperate need of Jesus' love. Look around you at your neighbors, your friends, your family. Everyone is so busy. It's constantly go, go, go. But what about finding time to rest in Jesus? We at Trinity want to reach out to those neighbors and help them find that abundant life that is promised in God. Help them find that time in their schedules to grow and to equip their kids to be the future of this church.
Welcome. I'm Mike Nagel, and my family and I have been members here at Trinity for 32 years. Now I am co-chair of the Imagine campaign. The Imagine effort is why we are here tonight. Some may say it's just another fundraising program. They would be partially correct, but it's more than that. It's about bringing people to Jesus. It's about reaching out to our community and making life in Jesus Christ our focus. Just imagine that we make the goals we set and more. Imagine what it would be like seeing more people come through our doors than we've ever seen and loving them to a life in Jesus. Have you ever felt that we are destined for great things? I know this church is, and we are feeling it here tonight. My family and I are going to significantly increase our giving because we believe in the new direction of our church and are asking that you prayerfully consider the same. God bless you all.
Imagine means like think about something. Think about something like you want to happen.